How about a tribute to quiet excellence, homegrown excellence? The Orioles' 100th win last night. They shut out Boston. They're the #1 seed now overall. Again, this is a club that went through the drastic rebuild and then also had to go through the pandemic where, Joel, I've pointed up many times, no minor leagues during 2020, so that really hurt the development of this club. And yet, look at that, 108 losses, the pandemic year, 110 losses, nice year last year, 100 this year. This stuns even me, Joel, that they came all the way back, just being pretty good in every spot, excellent drafting, and they are a top-flight organization and team.
Well, if I were the rest of the sport, the AL East in particular, what would scare the heck out of me is this is chapter 1.
Yeah.
Henderson, in a great draft, right? In the first round in 2019, he's the first pick of the second round. Like, that's a great, besides the fact that they got Rutschman with the first pick of the draft. Think about getting those draft. Two guys as 10 poles, right? Jackson Holliday comes next year. Look what they found. Grayson Rodriguez seems to have found it. Bradish has turned out to be a top-of-the-rotation guy. If I give you nothing else but those 5 guys, like #1 and 2 starter potentially, 2 shortstops, right?
Yeah.
And more coming, and an organization that's crafty, right? Creating a bullpen out of like whole cloth that's really dominant. Like this isn't like, I know strange things happen in baseball, but if I were buying a stock and you could still get in on this stock, I think this is the first of a few.
Yeah, they've been so consistent. They were 19, here they are month by month, 19-9, then they were 16-12, 13-11, then July 17-9, August 18-9, September 17-9. Yeah. They've kind of answered the bell every single week, every single month.
Yes, and all right, so a couple places here. Michael Elias has done an amazing job, and I think the balance of having a Brandon Hyde, longtime baseball guy, kind of a grinder, gritty.
He endured a lot, man.
He did.
Yeah.
And deservingly so. Great point. This is an organization that is definitely on the up for several years with really good, well-scouted top picks that are going to help this team for years to come. And your consistency of what you said, BK, it has been start to finish. I do think as you get into the postseason, I think Batiste is going to show. Cano seems to be a little bit more on fumes. They have gotten amazing contributions from guys that you would. You mentioned Bradish. Here's analytics for me. Bradish gets traded for Dylan Bundy, but from the Angels. From a team that could have used a guy like this.
Yeah, kind of.
Emerges one of the top guys. You know what he's done? Most specifically, he's added a sinker to trust and believe. So here comes analytics. You come and you go, you know what? I just want to tell you here, Kyle Bradish. Here's what our analytics department has exposed on you. And we're looking at this, that, and the other thing. And here's the measurements of XYZ, of your sinker and your horizontal and your vertical and all of that stuff that is helpful. Throw more sinkers. It's going to open up your slider, et cetera, et cetera. It's sometimes not necessarily the voice because you've heard it. It's how it is presented to you. Yeah. And I think you got to give credit here because there's sustainability here. Jackson Holliday, you mentioned, Kirsten Herstedt. There's a bunch of players coming. Right. This is going to be a heck of a club.
They have extra position players to trade for another starter.
I don't want to let this moment pass. That was a very pro-analytics thing by Al Leiter there. That is what is actually being done out in the field, in the real world. You're absolutely right.
But balance it, BK.
See, I was so close.